Hi everyone, my name's Jen, and today I am going to show you how to take apart a window air conditioner and clean it out. I noticed in my daughter's room that there is mold starting to grow inside the little vents. So I took the air conditioner out of my bedroom too, and I was disgusted at the amount of mold in there. So I already did one, and I decided I'm going to make a video of how to do it so you could do this at home too. So from the outside, it doesn't look that bad. You could see some minor black dots of mold. And when we really get in there, you're going to be so glad that you decided to take yours apart and clean it too. So it's so easy. All that I have is old spray bottle. I filled it about up to here with bleach, the rest with hot water, and added a little bit of dish soap and mixed it up real good. I got a little bowl to put my screws in, an old rag, a scrub brush, a flathead screwdriver, and another screwdriver. So the first thing that we need to do is bring the air conditioner unit outside. I set it up on little sawhorses. That way I could spray in there with the hose real good. I got my cord over here on this side. I just kind of pull it out of the way for now while I'm unscrewing the cover. These little flap things on the side come out actually pretty easily. Just pull, put them to the side for later. As you can see, mine are broken. They're missing the fins, so I put cardboard in there and tape all around the windowsill. In this one, the air filter is down here. I just lift the gate, pull out the filter. The filter actually doesn't look that bad, but we're going to give it a good scrub anyway. The door for the filter, you just kind of pull up and it snaps right off. This actually doesn't look that bad in there as far as dust-wise. I really want to get inside these vent holes and get rid of all that mold. Once you get the cover off for the filter, you should see a couple little screws in here. This one looks like it only has two. So from what I could see, we'll just unscrew those and the whole face will come right off. I never knew that you can actually bring your air conditioner outside and hose it with the hose. I watched a YouTube video and showed me how to do it. And after doing one, I feel pretty confident doing them every year. Don't want to lose those screws. So that's why I put them in my little bowl. That one only had the two. But I do see there's some screws on the side, so I'm going to go ahead and get those off. I'm going to take the whole cover off eventually. So whatever screws I can see right now, I'm just going to go ahead and get those out of the way. It's really hot here today. We're in Cleveland, Ohio. It's in the 90s. So hot the kids got called off school, so they're all home with me. Hopefully I can still get this done. Okay, I released all the screws that I could see. I could feel that it's wanting to pull off on the bottom, so I'm going to use my flathead screwdriver and kind of pry it off there. Just stick it in the crack, whatever crack I could find, and kind of pry it like a pry bar. This one's not coming off as easily as the first one. That's okay. Got it. Looks like there was like a little tab on the side. So I'm just going to keep working my way around to get that cover off. And we're really going to be able to see all that mold on the inside. I noticed it about a month ago. There's just a couple little specks in there. I don't really know much about window air conditioner units, but when I saw the mold, I was kind of like shocked. So today I decided to remedy the situation. Okay, it's about halfway off there. I'm gonna work on this side. Here's that little tab, and now it's free. Oh wow, okay. This is pretty bad. You can see all the mold in there that's blowing into the rooms that we're breathing. But we're gonna get it cleaned up. I'm just gonna put the camera in here. Looks like part of the vent that broke off. Looks like one of my daughter's toys, completely covered in mold. And I'm gonna zoom in there so you guys can see this. Disgusting. Look all in there. Okay, I'm feeling much better about cleaning this. It was really heavy carrying down the stairs and getting it outside, but I think that was the worst part, getting it downstairs, because these things weigh a ton and you have to be very careful with the fins on the back side. They do bend very easily, which makes it harder for the air to flow through, and it doesn't make it as efficient. So I got that off. The next thing is we have this electronic control panel here, and obviously you're going to make sure it's unplugged, and you're going to want to pull this out so I could disconnect it to really get in there. Of course, this one's different than the last one. So what I'm going to do is finish taking the top casing off so I could see how to get in there to disconnect it. A few more screws. Some of the screws are really loose, some are a little tighter. Luckily, so far, they've all been pretty easy to remove. Whenever you're cleaning something, of course, using chemicals, bleach, you should wear gloves. I don't always. When I rinse things, when we go to the rinsing step, I do put on my sunglasses so that none of that nasty mold or bleach gets into my eyes. That's the top part removed. This is the part that sits in the window to hold the air conditioner unit from falling out the window. And I'm just gonna take out all the other screws so I can remove the casing to really get in there and see what's going on and clean it. It seems like the screws are all the same size so far, so that's a bonus. I'm not gonna have to worry about which screw goes where. Couple in the back. So far it's just been the Phillips screwdriver. Haven't had to use anything different except the flathead when I was prying off that front cover. Made it a little easier. The other air conditioner that I cleaned out earlier is sitting in the sun on the picnic table, and it's almost dry. It's only been about an hour. It's about 84 degrees here though. Very humid today. This one in the back's kind of giving me a problem. It's good. That's the worst of the problems. One screw. I'll consider it a success. Okay, looks like just a couple more, two more. My sawhorse, I set it up so it's just very slightly leaning downhill. And when I get to spraying with the garden hose, That's going to help because the water is going to drip down that way. Okay. Got the casing loosened. I'm going to move my screws so I don't spill those. And hopefully lift right off. Oh, there's still an instruction manual in there. Set that to the side. Never read the instruction manual. I did not see any signs of mold in this unit last year. I did turn it off when we went on vacation, and I'm wondering if that's when the mold settled in. It looks pretty disgusting inside there. This is a styrofoam top on here. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see that. All that mold. And the styrofoam top. It usually says do not remove on top of these. And this one doesn't seem like it wants to come out. The last one slid right out. So down here in this little electronic box, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to disconnect this electric switch so I don't ruin everything when I really start hosing it. Okay, it looks like that popped out, and it's connected with this little light thing. So I'm gonna see if I could just pull that straight out. Got it. With a little bit of force, it just plugged right out of there, and then we'll know to plug it back in. So that's our electric. I'm going to set that to the side so I don't get that wet. So now I have to figure out how to get the white styrofoam part off so we could get in there and bleach it and scrub it. The other one kind of just slid right out. And of course, this one's going to be a little bit different. The other one just kind of lifted off. This one looks like it's tucked up under there, so I'm a little afraid to play with it. This looks like it's the temperature thermostat. I'm just going to disconnect that little cord there and pull it over so I don't accidentally break it. And, whoops, see how this can come off. It might be glued on. I can really see the fins down in there. I see a little clasp on the back. Let's see if I can pop that off. Doesn't want to pop off. But I think that's the key, is the little clasp on the side. It's going to really help us get in there and get that styrofoam out so we can clean it super good. I'm going to use my flathead. See what I can do. Okay. Use this little pin on the side. It's right here. Just kind of holding everything together. I'm going to put that in my bowl. Don't want to lose that. All right, definitely feels looser. Let's see if we can shimmy it out. It's going to have to go up and over. I really don't want to mess with this electrical because I don't really know much about electrical, but it really seems like that's what's holding everything up. might have to bend it out of the way, the casing. It looks like it'll bend right back, so I'm just going to go ahead and bend it. Everything's unplugged, so can't get electrocuted. So this is what's holding me up, this box, from getting rid of this styrofoam. Again, this is my first time cleaning an air conditioner unit. I got the first one, was really easy. This one's a little tricky, but that's okay. We'll get it done. I'm gonna bend this metal over. It looks like it's bending quite nicely, and I'm just gonna leave it there. And now I feel like I can lift up the styrofoam to really get down in here. Okay, I see some more metal clips. The vent thing, I'm going to pull that out as far as it'll go. That side's starting to go up. Oh gosh, it's infested with mold in there. I'm really glad I'm doing this. Even if it's a little tricky to get out, I think it'll be definitely worth it in the end. I'm just going to try to shimmy it out of there and see what this metal is. I definitely don't want to break that. Again, it is just for my vent, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out because I don't really mess with the vent too much. Now it's coming out perfectly. That's a mixture of dust and mold in there that we are breathing in every time we turn on the air conditioner. But we're going to get that cleaned up. Oh, wow. Wow. This is just riddled in here. And I see some toys in there that my daughter must have put in there. And this is the, helps with the blower fan. So I'm going to try to figure out how to get this styrofoam one out. Figures my first video. It's a real tricky one, but that's okay. All right, looks like I'm gonna have to like pull this thing in. That was the vent adjuster. And I know I'm not using the proper terminology, but I'm not a professional. I'm just a mom trying to clean another item in the house. This one's super tricky to get off. I see one more screw down here. I don't really think it's doing much. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew it and see if it'll really help get that styrofoam out of there. I was kind of shocked to see that they're just styrofoam, but I guess styrofoam is used to insulate things. So I guess maybe that's why. Again, there's that metal. I'm just going to bend it a little so I can get this out. This one I don't think is going to come out because the fan is in the way. I don't really know much about removing these things. So I'm going to leave that thing in there. And I'm going to try to remove that spinny thing with this. I'm just going to grip. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to. You can see the toys somehow got shoved in there. And spoon. A crayon.
Mom, I'm itchy. I'm itchy. What are you doing?
I'm trying to clean the air conditioner.